Okay, so if you've been on your self-improvement journey, you've probably realized that it is a bit shit. Like, this isn't everything. This isn't like everything you thought it would be. Probably thought by now you'd have, you know, $1 million in the bank, an A1 body, women just lining up to date you. None of that's happening. And yeah, I'm not saying that I have the answer to this problem, but I think for me personally, what I found is that self-improvement is useful, but it can't be your main focus. For me, the main focus has to be trying to unlearn and heal from your past. And this is often referred to as a healing journey. I think it's everyone's responsibility to try and heal, unlearn all the negative things they've learned from their past. I feel like all of us have picked up bad traits from our environment or our parents or our siblings, and if we don't like look internally and try and improve these things about ourselves and unlearn them and replace them with better things, then what are we doing? And what's the point of doing all this self-improvement stuff if you're just gonna be damaged still? I feel like the basis of like this improvement needs to be that you're trying to become the best version of yourself by removing the parts of you that don't serve you anymore. And this is done by healing. And I know for a lot of guys, they see like this healing and this kind of spirituality kind of stuff as like feminine or just BS, but really I'm coming from this as someone who, you know, doesn't have the most knowledge or experience. I'm just coming from my personal experiences, and what I'll say is that it's almost impossible to deny psychology, like how our brain works. And the trauma that we experience through our lives is directly linked to psychology in our brain. As children, the way our brain develops heavily influenced by our environment and the way we're treated as children. To the point that by the time you're 7, for most people, you've already developed most of the character traits that you have for the rest of your life. If that isn't alarming to you, then I'm not sure if you're focusing right now. But the fact that do you even remember anything that happened to you when you were fucking 7 or below? Probably not. And if you do, it's probably like stories that someone's told. So the fact that all that kind of stuff that happened that we don't even remember is still embedded in our psyche, and we're living in these bodies with all these inaccessible memories, that should kind of alert you and make you be, okay, I want to be more in control of what I want to do in the future and today. So the only way I can do that is by understanding what happened yesterday, by understanding what happened in my past and how it affects me. So for me, my perspective is that in order for me to be the best I can be, I have to remove parts of me that, 1, I didn't ask to be imprinted in me in the first place, and 2, things that don't help me. So just to use myself as an example, a lot of things that happened in my childhood that I don't remember were things that were linked to feelings of being neglected, feelings of or experiences of being physically hit and abused, feelings of being rejected by a parent. And these are things that play a part in the kind of person you become. And if you don't think that, you're lying to yourself. It's a fact. So I think it's our responsibility as young men and young people to, if we want to help the world and help ourselves, we need to be able to understand that we're not perfect. We have a lot of defects, and the only way to get better and improve the world and improve yourself is to work out of these defects, to kind of remove some of these defects out of your life that aren't helping you. And the first step to that for me, being able to be self-aware. Is that something that you're able to do? If you're being honest, not all of us are able to be self-aware. Some of us need other people around us to kind of tell us about ourselves. I think luckily for me, I'm someone who feels quite self-aware most of the time. I feel like I was, for whatever reason, again, this might even be due to how I was raised. The fact that I had a parent in the house that was like very reactive and kind of angry, so I had to make sure I was very careful with everything I said and how I acted, and that's probably made me become very self-aware. But anyway, yeah, self-awareness is a very important part to this. The ability to be self-aware is the foundation of any healing journey. If you're not able to be self-aware and see where you're going wrong, what triggers you, especially what triggers you, then it's going to be hard to make any progress. So you definitely need to start to delve into what triggers you. Like what makes you react, like whether it's a positive or negative reaction, like what about other people or things you see makes you react. So you need to analyze that first. And also the like severity of the emotional reaction you have to these triggers, like how much it, like, you know, that pain you kind of feel when, for example, let's say when you like have that really strong feeling of like being rejected, that feeling, like however strong that feels to you, that basically tells you how much you've healed from it. So if it's something where you get rejected and it really hurts you for like days and weeks and you kind of go over about in your head again, this is a massive sign that you need to heal from this. You need to start the healing process, because it's not something that you have to deal with forever. Believe it or not, you can actually work through these things. You can make improvements. I've seen massive improvements in myself personally through just doing some basic things continuously and repeatedly, and they are effective. And one of these things is meditation. Again, you probably don't like meditation for a reason. I didn't either when I was younger. You probably think it's stupid, so did I. But you're wrong about that. Honestly, 5 minutes of meditation almost every day, every other day, will do wonders for you, because you'll start to realize and understand how you think. That's a perfect way to explain it. You'll start to understand how you think. Like, what comes to your brain when there's nothing around you? You sit by yourself in silence. What comes to your brain? Is it negative things? Is it positive things? Are you worried about the future? Are you worried about the past? Do you just start freestyling? Like, what? These are the things that help you realize what kind of person you are and where your brain goes to. This is just a random video I'm making, by the way, so it's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to cover every topic and every kind of healing mechanism I've done. But yeah, I think this is a good place to start. So if you are looking to start this journey and you are ready to experience a lot of pain, I've got to be honest, because a lot of it is painful. Like looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, fuck, who is this guy? Who am I? Am I just my past experiences? Am I just the way I've been treated by others? Am I just my environment? Or am I something deeper? Am I something else? Am I something else entirely? Am I just like a meat wagon being controlled by some brain vessels? Or am I a like deeper being? This is up to you to decide, and it's up to you. And the only way you can decide this is by actually like sitting down with yourself and giving yourself some time to think. So yeah, I hope this helps you in any way. And if you are ready to start your healing journey, I do recommend you subscribe to the channel, because I will be making more content on this. I know that's a shameless plug, but if I'm not going to do it, no one else will. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some value from it, and I'll speak to you again soon. Alright, love, good luck on your journey. Bye.
Are you seriously watching Pierce all by yourself again? Well, you might as well subscribe then.